All right, let's get into it. So today we're going to talk about failure. Why failure is actually a good thing and why you need to be failing in your life constantly. So I'm going to get into a good story about when I failed drastically, but it pushed me to achieve my goals even harder, and I think is the main reason why I actually achieved them. So in 2021, during my college season, technically my junior season, I came back to my school. We started out, we had a bad season. We didn't even make our conference tournament. We started out like 0-7 or something with like one tie. It was not a good start, probably the worst start we had had in 10 years. And then we started to win a few games in conference, but hey, we ended up not making the conference tournament for the first time in 10 years, right? And also, along with that, as the season went on, in one of our games, I broke my ankle, which I've talked about in different videos, but I broke my ankle, ended my season, took any chance away of me coming back, of me making an all-conference team, and it definitely hurt our team because I was kind of the first domino to fall. We had a couple other guys get hurt at the end of the season that were kind of key starters, and yeah, we flamed out at the end and didn't make the conference tournament, right? So as I reflected on that, as I went through it, and now when I reflect on it, I mean, it was a really hard time. I mean, first I was hurt, so that made everything really hard, and just in general, just could barely move around for a while, couldn't walk for a good month. So that was hard, but also the embarrassment of the season, embarrassment of the expectations that we were supposed to have, that we had for ourselves, that the school had for ourselves, the coaches, the conference in general, the other teams, and we completely underperformed in a bad and it really showed. We underperformed, and yeah, we flamed out at the end and we finished 4-4 conference and finished 5th place. Didn't qualify for the tournament, right? So I think if things were a little bit better, like say I didn't get hurt and we maybe made the conference tournament and lost in the semifinal to the 1 seed, it would have been a little bit better. But I'm so glad that didn't happen, and I am glad that I actually got hurt, which sounds crazy, right? Because most people think that when bad stuff happens, it's only bad. You can't get anything good from it, but that's so not true. I think the best lessons and the best, let's call it motivation, even though motivation it's a feeling, it comes from when you're down in the shit. And I was in the shit. Our team was in the shit. And it just pushed me to get to new levels when I was able to come back, because I knew I had one more season, one more time to go around, and we could not have another season like we just had. We couldn't be missing the conference tournament. We couldn't be winning 4 games, going like 4-12 or 4-13. Like, that's just not acceptable. And for me, it was my last season to achieve the goals individually that I wanted to achieve, which was become a captain and make an all-conference team and start every game. So I was starting, but start every game, stay healthy, and play at the level that I know I can play at, and play at the level that I expect myself to play at. And so that failure just pushed me to work harder than I ever had before. I was obsessed. I'll admit it. I was absolutely obsessed. That's literally 95% of my thoughts when I was just in the shower, laying in bed. My thoughts were about winning the conference tournament, winning conference, going to the NCAA tournament, and me being successful too. Like, me having a good season. I know it's selfish, but obviously we think about ourselves. It just pushed me, and those thoughts would push me the next day when I would get into the gym, when I would go on the field and start training, to just work and be to work as hard as I could and just take everything as serious as I could. So no screwing around in the gym, on the field. Every time you step out on the field, go in the gym, you're there for a reason. You're there to work. And then when you're done, you can do whatever you want, have some fun. But when you're at work, it's time to work. And so that this past entire year, 2022, like once I was healthy, from February until the day we won the conference tournament, I didn't stop. I just kept training. I kept lifting. I kept getting myself into the best shape I could. I trained my mind. I read books on mindset. I practice visualizations, real actual visualizations. I just did everything that I could to achieve the goals that I wanted to, which ended up coming true, which is awesome. But the lesson in this whole thing is that failure, it's going to push you and it's going to affect you and rattle you more than you maybe kind of being successful or being mediocre or whatever. No, hard failing and being embarrassed, it's gonna flip a gear in you, especially if you're someone like me who wants to be successful. And when you have a goal in mind or a target, like, you become obsessed with it. Like, I know I'm an obsessive person. Like, if I think about something or want to achieve something, like, most of my thoughts are going to there, and I'm doing whatever I can to achieve that goal, which I think is a good thing. I think that balance shit it's for like soft people. I don't really care. Like Michael Jordan, obsessed over being the best basketball player of all time, obsessed, and what did he do? Became the best basketball player of all time. Like, I don't think obsession is a bad thing if used to achieve a good thing. Now, being obsessed about drinking all the time is bad, but being obsessed about becoming successful in a sport or making the most amount of money you can or having a great body, getting a good physique, whatever it is, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think it's a good thing. And so if you guys are anything like me, when you have a target, you're going to obsess over it, and that's not a bad thing at all. Obsess over it, but you have to put the work in too. You can't just think about it all the time. You got to go out there and put the work in. So to sum it all up, fail in your life, think about it, reflect on it, be embarrassed about it, be pissed about it, be angry about it, whatever. Use that as fuel to come back in whatever you're doing and just go and smash your goals. To do things that people didn't think you would do, so you can come back and laugh in their face. Especially if people are talking shit. Let them talk, whatever. Go grind, come back, do your thing, win, achieve whatever you're achieving, and then you can just laugh at them. And they'll just shut up because you know you're better than them because you put that work in. So I'm telling you, use failure, use getting made fun of, use all that bad shit as fuel to achieve your goals and achieve your dreams. All right. I continually do this in my life. Still do it to this day. And the new things that I'm trying to do. But yeah, for sports especially, it's a great thing. Especially if you have a bad game, bad season. Dude, use that fuel. Get your ass on the field, in the gym. Work as hard as you can. Get your mind right, come back, and just show out. All right. It's going to wrap it up. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.